Hey, I want to welcome you to the Spiritual Corner. My name is Prism P-Chan or PZ, whatever you want to call me, and this is going to be a different type of reading for those who are looking for some information on what's going on in your energy. I'm not necessarily doing that today, but I am addressing those who keep showing up in your energy, just messing up the funk and driving us all nuts. I'm pretty sure a lot of us are over this cycle because the cycle is over, but yet the karmics just keep on doing what they do best. I guess, what would you call that? Attracting more karma. Yes, attracting more karma. So I'm going to be addressing them. I've noticed that even in readings of those who pull cards but use their platform to give more so lessons and tips on how to navigate through our gifts and so on and so forth, are picking up this crazy energy. And I haven't seen this before until recently. So this is what caused me to do this. Karmics, I know you're watching because you always do. You love watching what the collective has coming in, or at least you are very, very nosy because of all the karma that you're experiencing or about to experience, because you smell it in the air, that you want to see what they're getting, since you're getting all of the bull. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull on that and give you some insight on how these readings even go, because a lot of you seem to be novices, or maybe it's just not sticking. It's not going in the brain like it should. It's not going in your ear like it should and processing. It's actually going out the other direction. The energies that we read are read because you are in their energy. You are in the collective energy. You are trying to see what they're doing. You're plotting, you're planning, you're triangulating, or at least trying to, because I know a lot of you guys are weak these days. You're not able to get anything off the ground. And you are you're trying to see if anything's working. It's not working. And not only is it not working, but you're not getting the information that you want. Spirit knows what you're doing, and this is the reason why we can't even get an understanding of what's coming in for us. Oh, we know something's coming in and we're excited for it. Whether it is tangible or it is spiritual, we know that we are about to reap the craziest, most biggest blessing that could ever have been given to us since our awakening has started. But since you guys are so goddamn in our business, we can't know exactly what it is, because you will just come and try to ruin it. But you obviously can't ruin it, because you can't stop this blessing this time. It is the age of Aquarius since 2024, and just as Cat Williams said, all big dick deviants or tiny weenuses will be exposed. No matter if you're famous or not, no matter what, you will be exposed. And it just is what it is. It is the scales balancing out from all the years of you guys doing the most and getting away with it. You can't get away with it anymore. And I know, it is hard to believe because you've been doing this for years on end. But no, all of the nefarious acts that you commit onto others, especially the people who are innocent and didn't do anything to you, strangers at that. Most of you guys, my collective rather, have been dealing with people who just for some reason wanted to fuck with you, mainly because of your light, mainly because of the way that you walk on this earth, the way that you just enjoy life, the way that you use your lessons to guide you towards this confidence, this beautiful just energy that you exude, the way that you support others no matter what, the way that you see the potential of somebody, even if they are just as nasty as these motherfuckers. You bring light into every room that you walk into. So whether you are grabbing your popcorn to watch this, or maybe you want to see if these karmics are in your energy and they fit this description, know that you are who you are, and this is the only reason why they even tried it. Not only are you guys not going to know what comes in for us until it actually does. You're not going to know when, no. And we won't either. I'm so sorry for the collective who hate surprises, but it's going to be a surprise, and that's only because the karmics have set it up this way. You guys have been used to give us our blessings. Yes, you did all of this just so we can get a bigger blessing than we were supposed to get already before you guys decided to meddle in our business. Business that you had nothing to do with. Business that you had no reason of even trying to deconstruct or dispose into the trash, or maybe you wanted it for yourselves, you little demon destiny swappers, you. Whatever the case, this was only for our benefit. Whether it was to awaken us to the abilities that we have, or awaken us to the grimy little shits that were around us. This is all for our benefit. And we will get the rewards that we were meant to reap, and you will reap what you sowed. You will lay in the bed slash grave slash jail bed that you have decided to make for yourself. So get ready for that, because that's definitely coming your way, you know. Just remember that you put yourselves here. And speaking of putting yourselves here, I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for you. I'm going to actually guide you to how you can get to where you need to go. A lot of you motherfuckers want to reconcile the situation by coming into our energy and trying to see what you can do, what you can get away with. But unfortunately, you can't get away with anything unless you're giving some sort of actual genuine apology. You're not getting through. A lot of the collective have actually banned you from their energy. So you trying to talk, converse, message, call, text, email, it's not happening. You can hover all you want, but you're actually not getting through. You could probably be receiving calls, collective, and you're not even picking up. They could even be dialing you out, and for some reason that call isn't coming through. You could have answered, not realizing that it was them, because they like to call from whatever random numbers, from whatever apps, or just getting a new number and calling you. And for some reason they couldn't even hear you, or you couldn't even hear them, and you hung up. So it's not happening. Spirit knows why you're trying to get into people's energies. They know that you're trying to contact them just so you can get out of a situation. But even if you got through, even if you got that conversation going, it wouldn't change anything for you. This whole cycle is donezo. Whatever you want to salvage is going to have to be on the next cycle. It's going to have to be with new people, if you even get any people around you for a while. It's going to have to be all new. And I would hope that you would take the opportunity to heal and be a better person to the people that come towards you. But to be honest, the people that come towards you moving forward will not be anyone with any quality of an earth angel star seed, light being, or anything like that. It's going to be a decent person, I hope. But it may just be a mirror of you, so you can understand why you shouldn't be the way you are, or rather make you wonder, well, damn, that person is really freaking mean, and then go, wait, I did that, didn't I? I did that to the collective, didn't I? It's all for realizations and introspection for yourself. This is where your karma is going. This is what you have sown. I know you're reminiscing, you're looking at those photos, having all that nostalgia, but this is over. You're gonna have to make some new memories moving forward. You're not gonna be able to ride the coattails of the collective anymore. A lot of you who want to actually make an apology, here is what you need to know. If you come in to make an apology, expect nothing, because most of the time you're not going to get anything. And the collective doesn't owe you they don't owe you forgiveness like you think. They can forgive you, but they also don't need to forgive you. They also don't need to give you any time after this. There's no brunch, there's no lunch, there's no hanging out after this. A lot of you guys have severed have burned the bridge of the people that you stepped on. So you don't deserve anything at all. Camera. Yeah, they're not, the collective is not trying to make any more memories. They have learned from the past and they're not reminiscing or trying to repair this. And they know that you're watching. Whether they are looking at a reading like from someone like me, getting a personal reading, or they are, pulling their own cards, they're not trying to build anything from what you decided to destroy. It's over. And please understand that you are in the situation that you're in because you refuse to look inside yourself. You lack abundance because you're in a lack mindset. You refuse to heal. You need to start by having gratitude and saying, oh, at least I'm alive, for those who aren't in jail yet. At least I am free. At least I have time to grow. If you're not 50, 60 acting like this, 40 years old acting like this, it doesn't really matter because most of y'all are grown. Even if you're in your late 20s, 30s, fucking over people and thinking that nothing is going to come of you. You shouldn't even be in this situation to begin with. Gossiping and slandering and triangulating at your big age is the worst thing you could be doing. You are slowing your growth. You are not an adult. You are still 10, 12, 11, 13 years old. Honestly, I think 10 to 13-year-olds are actually a lot more respectable and a lot more rational than you Karmics are. But I digress. And your time is up. Honestly, your time was up months or years ago. But right now, you should be, or you are smelling in the air the karma coming around the corner. You are seeing the signs of how people are backing away from you, whether it be the people who felt for the okie doke and that you were able to get on your side, or the people that decided to, I don't know, because they were jealous of the collective as well, to hop on the bandwagon and listen to the lies and just accept them as they are being truth. You are out of time when it comes to spreading lies. I'm honestly sure that you've noticed, if you've tried to gossip or bring up the collective, that shit gets shut down immediately when you say their name or you say the description of the person, because no one's fucking with that anymore. A lot of the people around you are noticing that they were in a childish energy as well, and they are starting to change. A lot of them have taken off their monkey suits and have traded them in for a wing. Not both wings, because they've got some work to do before they get the second one where they can fly away. But as soon as they get that second one, they are out and away from you. And you will be alone to deal with your karma on your own, because they have their own karma to deal with. They have their own reconciliation with themselves. They have their own self-care to do. They don't have time for this anymore. The drama is draining. You've sabotaged whatever was coming in for you, being connected to the collective, being connected to the divine. The divine has, I honestly have heard that they gave you a chance. Yes, they gave you multiple chances to stop what you were doing, to fix what you have already broken. But instead, you decided to continue to build up your karma and make it worse for yourself, to where when that tower came down, oh, it crashed. Boulders, bricks hitting you on the top of the head. For some reason, you still didn't get it because you're still in collective energy, but it gave you a whole concussion. doing the most. And now the collective is getting what they deserve. Some of you, collective, are aware that you have a partnership coming in, a union, your soulmate, an actual soulmate, not a twin flame, someone that was supposed to be there for you to learn a lesson, not a false flame, someone who came in acting like they were your twin flame when they were not at all. And this ship is permanent. Palm tree. Honestly, a lot of you in the collective are the palm trees. You are the stable one. Gusts of wind, hurricanes coming in this being, you are still swaying in the air, but never falling, never faltering, because that is just how you were built, baby girl, homeboy. You were built to last. You were built to withstand all of this. This is why you were able to get your gifts. You did the work. And girl, you deserve it. Bro, you deserve it. You deserve everything that's coming in for you, collective. Unconditional love for yourself. You had that reciprocity. That reciprocity was what they got to experience. That equal give and take. Did they give you anything back? No, but you were able to give them an example of what it really means to get a genuine kiss from the divine. Don't forget that, even through me talking shit. And now this is over. This relationship with this person, whether it was family, friend, or actual love, and they were lucky to get that if it was love, it's over. There's no second chances. The second chance they had, they already ruined. And this is time for them to grow and transform if they choose to. Karmic, you can choose to grow from this if you actually do the work. I know a lot of y'all are opportunists, lazy, have never done work at all in your life. You bank off of everybody around you. The reason you have anything is because of the people around you. You're lucky. You even have a silver spoon in your mouth. But that silver spoon was given to you. Remember that. You have no foundation. This is why everything's crumbling beneath your feet, because it was all given to you. But you know what? The divine stopped giving to you a long time ago. And now you have to deal with the cards that you have. You're going to have to deal with the cards that you've been dealt. If you're going to take a chance, let this chance be towards growth. Let this chance be towards what you need to actually confront, which is the fact that you are acting from a place of hurt and pain. Definitely doesn't give you a pass to do what you did, but we all know that y'all are not full people. You hate who you are. This is the reason why you went after someone that was confident, happy, sweet, because you could never be that. And that's fine, but you need to work on that if that's who you want to be. And that starts with actually sitting down and pointing at yourself in the mirror and saying, you are a piece of shit. And admitting it to yourself and saying, well, what do I do now? How do I not become a piece of shit? What did the collective do for me so I know how to treat other people? You need to look at who everyone is and how you see them. How you see them as what they can do for you rather than what you can do for them, rather than the quality of them, rather than realizing that these people are people. They're not Sims. They're not bank accounts. They are people with feelings. And you might just be sociopathic. I'm not a doctor. But if you are not feeling bad for the shit that you did, you might want to go talk to a therapist. And it's not shocking to you. Maybe it's not shocking that the collective still has faith in love, that they are watching love coming in, that they have a surprise, like I said earlier, a surprise invitation of a love connection coming in. Maybe it is surprising to you because you've been getting away with this for so long. You thought, oh, of course this is going to work. Of course I'm going to take what the collective has. Of course I'm going to take their light. Of course I'm going to diminish them to the point where they do what I say. You control freak. Because you feel like you're not enough. You're frustrated with the relationships that you have. You are a self-sabotaging, jealous, egotistical person who lacks confidence in anything that you do. This is why you never get to do anything that you desire, because you feel like it's never going to work out unless you take and steal from everybody else. But you know what? Shit's over. Axe. You have been severed. The cord has been severed from the collective. You are no longer going to be able to sip the cup of anybody divine ever again, especially if you don't get your ass up and learn how to be a better person. Good thing I'm not monetized right now, because I wouldn't be able to post this video and get anything from it. But honestly, I do this for the love of it, not for the money. The person that you attacked isn't a narcissist. They're not self-absorbed. They don't do one-sided relationships. They don't love bomb. That love that you felt was genuine. That's why it affected your demon so much. It pissed off your demon so much. Oh, the light, it was shining in your eye and shit, to the point where you felt like you had to knock it out. You had to take out that light, you crazy competitive little snake. You enemy with your clever ass, being malicious, looking over your shoulder like you gotta take everybody down because everybody's against you. You paranoid little fuck. Or you could be the other woman in the situation, thinking that you have to steal somebody's divine partner because maybe you messed up in the relationship prior. Maybe you used to be with this person, or the person that they were with or they are with. Maybe you feel like you have to, I don't know, compete and poke out your chest and peacock and all this other shit, when all you had to do was go find love yourself, or love yourself, period. But not today. No. The collective, they're not chasing anything. Honestly, they don't even like you. There is no union. They're not mirroring you. That mask you had, they see through it. They saw through it before you even saw yourself. You might not even see yourself. You might be shocked that I'm even saying all this. Like, what? That's not me. I'm not crazy. I don't go after people and make them feel like they're less than. I don't make people feel like they gotta chase me. I don't triangulate people and make other people feel like they need to be afraid of the collective. I don't even know why I'm getting all this karma. And now you want to meet up and talk, have a moment, rebuild a friendship, try to uplift them for yourself. Because if you really wanted to apologize, you would have done it already. But like I said, you're blocked. But honestly, I think the divine would have let you say what you needed to say if even the divine knew that you were being honest. But we all know that that's some baloney. So, you don't get a love call. You don't get to talk. You don't get love from the collective. They gave you that love already, and you stepped on it. So it's over. That karmic relationship is over. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some advice for you. If you actually listen, hopefully you do. And for those of you who are the flying monkeys who are trying to change, maybe you're the distorted feminine or masculine that I was talking about earlier, who fell for the okie doke and decided to be with the karmics, and you realize that all the things that they said were lies, and they snaked you, but at the same time you never stopped to look because you were being impulsive with your decisions. You have the same issues as well. You're going through the same karma. You have to do the work, and you are blocked until you actually do the work. You could be this soulmate coming in with this union, but you also could not be. But that's not the reason that you want to come in and apologize. No, you need to come in because you feel like that's the right thing to do, and whatever comes out of it is what comes out of it. And if you cared about this person, or if you care, because maybe you do, you will approach them in that way and not expect anything. Know that you will have that ability or that chance to do it, but just don't come in on some bullshit. Don't come in sneaky. Don't come in leaving anything out. Be 100% honest of your part in it and accept whatever comes out. You want to also do the same thing and just deal with the cards that you were dealt with. You still have time to transform yourself and be a better person. You're not the karmic, even though that you decided to participate. You are guilty by association, but you are not this karmic person. You weren't envious. You were oblivious, or you were avoidant. You decided to ignore us, because I know a lot of the collective are high priestesses and high priests. You decided to ignore the call to action that you needed to take. You decided to ignore the advice that they had for you, and you chose to listen to people you were comfortable with rather than jumping off. Like, I'm thinking about the fool energy, taking a leap of faith, or just trusting the person that you decided to be with, or whether it be friends, family, or lover, and accept their word for it being truth, because now you're sitting and you're realizing that what they said was absolutely true, and that you should have separated yourself from these people a long time ago. Anyway, advice. Stop living in denial. Two of Swords. You need to see this situation for what it is. See it as it's over, there's nothing you can do, and that if you want to apologize, don't think that they owe you anything. Stop being entitled. If it hasn't been already, the truth, it's been exposed. Clarity it's reached all avenues of the situation. So everybody involved, and whether they knew what was going on or not, knows. Whether they know energetically, or they're actually telling you to your face, I know what you did and you're a piece of shit for that, they know. And if they haven't already, they're going to distance themselves. So you might as well accept that now and get ready to own up to it. That's the first thing that you need to do. You need to own up to the things that you have done and take your L. Honestly, you shouldn't have been doing this in the first place. Like I said, y'all are all grown doing this. You need to let it go. You need to let the grudge that you have, that's really misplaced grudge over the collective, go. And understand that this is all trauma. You are upset, whether it is that you're upset with, you have a problem with women, man or woman, yourself, that every woman deserves to be, I don't know, the bottom of the totem pole or whatever the fuck. You need to let that shit go. Or if they walked away from you, you need to sit down and ask yourself why they do that. What did I do to deserve to be walked away from before I even did anything? What did I do? Maybe I was a jerk. Maybe I was just really pessimistic. Maybe I was just really negative and they didn't want that around them because they didn't deserve all that negativity. Maybe I'm a quitter. Maybe I don't have any sort of optimism or ambition and they need ambitious people around them. Maybe they did it for themselves. Maybe it wasn't even that personal and I just took it up the ass and made an ass of myself. And they just sat there strategically with their vitality intact and walked away. Maybe I'm not as patient as they are. Maybe I'm not as strategic as I like myself to be. Maybe I'm just cunning and weird. And I'm impulsive. I don't stop and think about anything. I rush in and will say some bullshit, whether I know it to be true or not. Maybe I invaded their privacy. Maybe I went into their private spaces and snooped around when I shouldn't have. Maybe I stole some mail. Maybe I stole some documents. Maybe I involved them in a court case that they weren't supposed to be involved in, lying. I know a lot of you collective, you have different stories, you have different things that cause this betrayal. So I want to make sure that the Karmics know that y'all know whether you are involved in what is going on or not. You know they were talking shit. You know that they were not being honest. You know that they were triangulating people against you. You know that they were slandering your name. You know that they were throwing around rumors, gang stalking you, telling people to watch you, blah 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 blah, whatever they got to do, because these tactics are old and they do it all the time and they've been doing it for years for some reason, just thinking that they can get away with it, that nobody was going to notice or nobody knew, or that they were going to get something out of this in the end. And you need to accept, just like me, because if you've watched any of my other videos, I don't come off like this because my baseline is a Queen of Cups. I'm very sweet, I'm very chill. I don't really have all this energy, but I talked to Spirit today and he said, get in your Queen of Wands bag. Be that vivacious, that creative, passionate firecracker that you've always been, that you know you can switch to be. And this is the rest of the collective. Y'all also have creativity. You're able to make things out of nothing. You're able to stand tall, stand confident, be passionate about what the fuck you have to say and keep moving forward. You don't let anything stop you. And you need to accept that, Karmics. You need to accept who you're dealing with and that you fucked with the wrong one. Bottom of the deck, Lovers. They made the right choices, the collective. And this choice is causing a tower for you. And this is also for those who decide to change, whether you be the flying monkeys or the distorted masculine or feminine that decided to abandon the collective. If you make the right choice, shit's gonna go down for them, but you're gonna be better for it. I want to thank you for listening to me talk my shit. If you are part of the collective, I love you, and I know that you guys are going to be wonderful coming on the other side of this. Even if you have even hit this point where you are feeling okay, you're feeling confident in yourself, and you just gotten away from these crazy people, there is a beautiful sunset on the other end of this that you will be able to watch while these other fuckers are getting fucked up at the bottom of the hill, and you will get to watch. Whether that be actually watching this happen because you're in the vicinity even though you're not connected to these people, whether that be through readings where you can safely watch from the comfort of your home or the comfort of a table with your reader if you get personal readings, and not have to touch any of this drama at all and just get to read it from afar, you will be able to be told, because Spirit is putting these people under judgment. This is the reason why you guys are coming up in the readings also, Karmics, is because the divine is putting you on blast. This was the first part of your karma, is for every reader to be connected to this energy, since y'all won't leave, to let y'all know that we know. And not only do we know the story, we're telling it to everybody that needs to hear it. So, good luck. Collective, get ready, because it's going to be beautiful at the end of this. And Karmics, get ready to heal, to be better, and to not do this ever again. Whether you won't be able to do this ever again because you're in a jail cell, or you won't be able to do this again because you are pulled away from anyone and everyone that you hold dear and will ever hold dear because you fucked up. You could also get a better life if you just try to be a better person. No, you won't be able to rekindle shit with anybody that you have stepped on, but you can get a second chance. The divine can throw you a bone if you actually show him or her that you are worthy of it. But you have to do the work. You can't be lazy forever. You can continue to, but nothing's going to come out of it. This is the age of Aquarius. And being Aquarius myself, it's cold. Like a real bad blizzard in the middle of the Antarctica. And frostbite is on the menu. I want to thank you for watching this, and if it resonated with you as I describe these karmics, give me a like, a comment, even karmics, go ahead and comment, let me know how much this hurt. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.